So far, so good. We have our main menu working. We don't have the leaderboard displaying, and we have the quiz working, but we need to get the end of the scoreboard part working where we append the new user to the CSV file. Now I'm going to do something just to speed mine up a little. I'm just going to have only 3 questions appearing just to speed it up. So just be aware that I've made that change. And what I want to do is call this procedure to the scoreboard. Now it needs parameters. If you have a quick look at that, you can see that it has 2 parameters it requires, rather than making 2 global variables for this, which is not good if we want to create good modular code that we could reuse. It's going to be passed as parameters, much like the functions that we created before. So the first parameter it needs is the name to add, and then the score that it's going to add. So if we look back at the bottom of our quiz, you can see the procedures down here. So the procedure name is add to scoreboard, and hopefully when I type in the brackets, you can see that it tells us about the parameters it needs here. Now the name to add within this function, this procedure, that we're in, which is displaying the quiz, that's actually the username. And it doesn't matter that the names don't match. Username is what it's called in this local scope, and the add to scoreboard is going to call it name to add. Now the score to add in this, similarly, is the user score. Now if we add that in and look at the scoreboard, or add to scoreboard code, we can see that scoreboard adding should be called when we finish the quiz. Now, if I run my quiz, I'll only get 3 questions. So ASCII uses how many bits and extended? Answer 2, correct. A USB flash drive is a backup storage device, so answer 3. And ASCII uses how many bits and extended, so I get the same question again, as answer 2. Now we could use a random to mix them up a bit, and again we can add that in the extras. So name for the leaderboard, call and test 5. I don't know how many tests this is. And you can see that scoreboard adding was printed, which is the little test that we put in to make sure that this procedure was being called correctly. So I'll now comment out that code, and we can start looking at how that we are going to do that. Now it's very similar to what we did earlier. We want to again create a new file. We're going to open the scoreboard this time, .csv file, and we're going to open it with A for append. That means it won't delete any of the old data that's in there, otherwise all the scores will be lost, and it will add it at the end of the file. And then we're going to use the .write function this time. And let's go through each little piece now. What we're going to have to add in is, so it doesn't print on the same line as previously, as a return character. So a new line basically. And then we need to append to that. So we're using the plus, not the commas. Whatever parameter this is, first, because if we look at the scoreboard file, we're going to add in the string of the name to add, because we want it to be in string format, plus the comma delimiter, and append this the plus the string value of the score to add. And then similarly, like last time, we've got to make sure we do the file.close. Otherwise, if we leave the connection open and try and open it later, we'll possibly get errors. So let's test that and run it. Invalid. Oh yeah, it's because of these brackets. Don't need these. Run it again. So what have I missed? So whenever you're getting those, you can see file.write. I have missed a bracket on the previous line, so make sure you count your brackets. So enter choice 1 to start the quiz, and I'll just try and get a certain score. So I got 2 correct, and I'll call my name live test and hit enter. And you can see that actually nothing was printed, so it might actually be a good idea for us to say adding complete to leaderboard or something here. So we're looking for live test. So if we now go and look at the scoreboard, we should have a new user appearing at the bottom called live test, and there's my marks of 2. So I'll close that down, and I will run the quiz again and just guess and see what we get this time. So I got 3 correct this time. Got my name live test 3, and some extra junk here just so that you can see that the file is being written to. And again, open the file in the Finder, and you can see that that new one I put in there has also been included in the file. So that's file writing. So go and get that part working, and then we can finally work on sorting the leaderboard and displaying the leaderboard.